Even though I get to stay up late at night doing all of these, there's one material that I have been having some problems finding, like online or what. They look so good in the display case. But wait, I have a 13th figure here. Hello, it's me, Mimim, and welcome to my world. So for this week's video is quite an exciting one because I will take you guys with me with my DIY journey. So I've always been the person that loves doing art projects. Even in high school, I was so extra with my visual aids. Even though I get to stay up late at night doing all of these, I feel like a sense of satisfaction and happiness. And I haven't changed a bit even until now. I still love doing some art projects on my free time and just be creative. Why did I bring that up, you might ask? Well, I guess it's obvious with this week's video title. So as per my last video, I've opened a whole box of Image of Reality Skullpanda from Pop Mart, and I wanted to put them in a case. So I searched Shopee for like display boxes for small figures, and I've come up with this. I will show you guys how it looks. So this is what I've ordered from Shopee. I've ordered two because I have another set coming from Pop Mart still, like Pop Mart figures. But I'll be opening one for you guys to show it to you. So this is one of the display cases, and I made sure that this display case has a light installed inside. There are some products that advertise that there is light inside the display case, but it's just fairy lights added into the box. So I don't want that. I want like a legit strip of light like at the top of the box. And this is what's inside the box. Let me take it out. So as you can see, it is well packaged. There is foam at the side, so that's a good thing to avoid some cracks or some dents to the plexiglass. I forgot the term if it's plexiglass, but it's just a display that's plastic. I forgot the term. Oh, so there is wire, legit wire attached to the display, so that's a good thing. And ta-da! So this is the base of the display, and this is the top of the display. So as you can see, there is light at the top, and for the sides it's these pieces. I'll take out the plastic on them so it would be see-through. For me, these do look good, but they don't really fit the figures. So my video for today is I'll be DIYing this to fit the Image of Reality figures. So after receiving the display case, I immediately got into brainstorming a lot of ideas, but somehow I narrowed it down to a single idea that I want for this project. I thought of something impactful, but also can be easily done by me and by you guys. Yes, I'll be taking you guys with me into DIYing the display case, and I'll go step by step with you guys so that you can follow it and you can do it on your own. So the first thing to do is to buy the materials. Hello, so today I'll be going out to SMCT Cebu. I'll be trying to find all of the materials that I need for this project, but there's one material that I have been having some problems finding, like online or what, because I thought like this would be like a hard thing to find, so maybe I'll try to find it online. But no, it's not available online, so maybe I have to make the pattern myself. That's a clue, it's a pattern, but yeah, maybe I have to make it myself, so I'll just need to buy materials to make that pattern. But yeah, so an update. My mission in SM was a fail. I wasn't able to find the pattern, but now I'm in Photoshop making this pattern. Yes, it is checkered, but not the usual checkered. This is in diagonal. So it's like diamonds in checkered form. And yeah, I want this pattern so much for the display. But yeah, I'll be creating this pattern in Photoshop and I'll be printing this. I have bought some art materials from the city, just basic ones, but there are some materials for this project that I can't find anywhere in the city, so I had to turn to online shops. Hey guys, so while starting this project to DIY the display case of my Image of Reality series of Skullpanda, I thought about a lot of designs, what to put in the display case, and I thought about doll accessories. Yes, I've ordered some doll accessories from online shops and they're now all here. I'm excited to open them and see if they do scale up pretty well with the case, because that's one thing that you need to take into consideration, the scaling of the doll accessories with the case and the figures themselves. So yeah, I'm excited. Okay, so these are the doll accessories that I have. Yes, I bought like golden frames to have that olden manor feeling, like a big house with a lot of paintings on them. So I'm gonna get the sizes of these and put like famous paintings on them. I'll print them out and then put them here, like paste them at the back. I'm gonna try to rip these out, the ones that have fake paintings on them already. After receiving all my online orders and completing all the art materials that I need for this project, I immediately thought of building the display case just to see how it would look. And of course, it's also to get an idea about the scaling of the doll accessories that I got from online, just to see if it scales well with the display case. All right, everybody, so I have built the display case here, and as you can see, it is really nice, and it is quite minimalistic or on the simpler side, which is a good thing for DIY projects. You want something simple so that you can add a lot of things to it on your own spin to it. So this is the display case. It is nice, and it has a light under here, and that's a very important thing for me because I want my display case to have lights to display the figures better. But yeah, this is it. So it's nice, but I want to DIY it. All right, so these are all the materials that I got for this DIY project. I've got my pattern that I made from Photoshop, and I've already printed it on a long bond paper just to make sure that I cover most of the area of the display case. And I have already bought this red felt paper, that paper that's kind of furry. That's called felt paper. And I have some doll accessories here, or like miniature accessories, like this cute frames that I've already printed out some artworks for me to put in them. And I also have this cute chandelier, this doll chandelier. I hope I can put it in the display case, but I'm trying to make sure that it doesn't cover a lot of the dolls or the figures in the display case. So let's see if I can put this in. This is so nice. And this is my handy dandy DIY toolkit. I have my rulers, my glue sticks here, my pens, my pencils, my tapes, everything. So I'm ready to DIY. All right, so the first thing that I would do is I would glue all of these artworks onto these like doll frames. These are all like famous surrealist artworks, like from Salvador Dali, Rene Magritte, Frida Kahlo. Apologies if I mispronounce their names, but I love this art style. I've printed them out onto photo paper just to bring out the color more. and just to have it display better. So I've glued all of them in their respective frames. I did this first just to give these time to dry up and so that they won't peel off from the background, because I'll be putting these in the background. But yeah, on to the next step. I've already dismantled my display case. Another tip, don't do this after you build your display case, because when I dismantled it, I've broken some pieces, some acrylic pieces in the display case. So don't do it after, do it before you build the display case. Okay, so the next step is I'll be putting this pattern onto the floor and onto the stairs of the display. So I'll be measuring all of this, like on up until here and here, and I'll measure it over here and I'll cover it. And then for this, it would be much trickier because I need to measure all of the top side and also at the side, so that the pattern would be continuous down here and not cut. And the corners would be a problem. I think I can cut the side here and glue it, but yeah, let's see. So I'm done measuring the pattern onto the base of the display case. If you're wondering, it's 16.5 cm like height and then 30 cm width. You might wonder like why I chose not to cover everything. It's because these grooves would be where the acrylic glass would go. So I want them to just be inside the glass and not like overspill, you know? But yeah, and one thing I've learned is it's very difficult dealing with patterns, because you need to make sure that the pattern is all correct and you don't cut anything, you don't line like skewed. But yeah, just be careful with your patterns. See, as you can see, it's all half here and it's all whole here. So just for the aesthetics, put it like this so that the front would be a perfect pattern and the back would be like the half. Okay, so I've already glued it down onto the base. Tip for this is install it like while standing up so that you would have a greater view of where the pattern ends and if it's in the groove already. But yeah, just pat down the side just to make sure that there's no side that would be like this, like spacing out. Apply just small amounts of glue just to make sure that the paper won't be wet and like crinkly on the side. But yeah, this is the pattern on the base. Okay, so this next step is the most difficult part for me because this is more like 3D, because I have to wrap around the pattern all the way here and then to here. Unlike the base, it's just flat, you know. But yeah, I have to consider like how I would wrap it around here. So I have to measure here and then the height of this so that I could fold it down here. But yeah, okay, so I've cut out the pattern for the stairs. If you're curious, the measurement like from here down to here is around 9.5 cm, and for the width it's 34 cm, just to cover the sides all the way here. So I've wrapped up one of the staircase of the display already. So just put glue just on the side, minimal glue here, nothing on the center, okay? And also the same here, just minimal glue on the side and also here, nothing on the center, because bond paper when printed, if it gets wet, the ink tends to bleed out. So let's not do that. Just put minimal glue so that there would be less chances of the bond paper bleeding out. So also the same here, just on the side. And then on this side, I cut like a slit here and then made it into like a triangle, just so that the fold here would be much easier. So it is as complicated as I expected it to be. So I've already glued down this flap, and then this side I've also glued down, like this side I've glued down here. But the problem with that is this would bulge out. So I've cut a line here so that I could fold it like that and then fold it like this, just so that I could accommodate that curve there. I finally finished wrapping the staircase of the display with the pattern. It was much more difficult than I expected it to be. So it is quite imperfect, but what's important is it's all wrapped with the pattern, and look, the pattern is all correct here. So just a tip, if you're a really perfectionist, like a stickler with these things, pattern is not your best friend. So this next step is much simpler than the staircase one. This is the back part of the display case, the acrylic back part. So I'm just gonna measure the measurement from height and width, not including this these notches, because these would go into the wood. So I would just covering like here, not including these notches, and then I'll be cutting it out from this red felt paper. I'm not gonna use glue this time because this is acrylic. I don't think it would stick, so I'm using double-sided tape. I've already cut out the felt paper, the red felt paper, according to the size of the back panel of the display case. If you're wondering, it's 30 cm width and 24 cm height. I've already attached the felt paper onto the acrylic back part of the display case. There is some imperfections here, but I'm learning to let go of things that I don't have control of, I think. And when I turn this, this is how you see it. I mean, it's not perfect. You can definitely see the double-sided tape, but again, I can't use glue because this is plastic, so I don't know if paper would stick on plastic using glue. So I just used double-sided tape. But yeah, I just put double-sided tape here, just covering all edges so that the paper won't like peel off. All right, next step is I've cut out the felt paper again for the top part of the display case. This is actually not part of my original plan. I planned not to put anything at the top part, but I decided that it would look good with the red felt paper on top. But the problem here is this top part has the light in here. As you can see, there is some wire. This is the light, so I have to figure out a way that I could cut out this shape onto here. Wish me luck. So I somehow made a pattern of the light with the paper, with the some scraps of paper that I have. So I measured like the width of this and then marked the paper, and then I managed to just push the paper in here and just mark the curvature of the light. So now I have like a stencil of the light, and I'll have this on the felt paper. So I'll just trace it like that. Hopefully I know what I'm doing. So I think I'm just gonna position the felt paper, feel where the light is, and then mark this like that and just cut it out. Wish me luck. So I taped up the pattern like on the felt paper. Just a warning, don't use the back part of this, because as you've seen, I tried to do that, but when I flipped it, the pattern was on the other side. So yeah, I have to use the front part of this. I have to cut this out using scissors. I think I need to go from here, like from the back part, have a slit here, and then cut all the way around. Finally, cut it out, and I guess it is kind of successful. I think I need to realign this like that and just align the paper here. But yeah, thankfully it is all aligned. There are some, you know, small pieces, but I won't obsess with them. I'll just stick this and then I'll glue this felt paper down onto this piece of wood. So next step is to glue all of these paintings down onto the felt paper. I mean the background of the display. I'm putting this here, but yeah, that's the next step. And then I think the last step is to put everything together. I'm still deciding if I should put the chandelier in, but yeah, I'll be deciding that when I put everything together. So after a few days and after a lot of trial and errors, I have all of these pieces. And again, I advise you guys not to build the display case before you do this DIY project. I will show you guys. This is the top part of the display case. And as you can see, a notch of part of the display case is still stuck in here. So it broke off. So I guess I'll just have Mighty Bond on it or just have glue on it. But yeah, that's unfortunate, but the rest still looks so good, so I can't complain. So I'll go one by one with the pieces that I DIY'd. Again, this is the top part. This is one of the difficult ones. Not the most difficult, but the difficult part is this part, the light part of the display case, because I had to cut out the shape and see if it goes well or it aligns well with the felt paper. But yeah, it's basically just red felt paper on top of the display case. And in my opinion, the most fun part of this project is this back part of the display case. Look, they're so majestic. The doll frames look so good and so gorgeous. I mean, the gold on top of the red felt paper looks so awesome. But yeah, again, these are surrealist artworks that I put in here in the frames. I'm covering this one because it is quite PG, but it is art. But I don't know if YouTube would allow it, so I'm just covering it. But yeah, this is it. This is the most fun and the most easy part of this project. For me, this is the easiest part. To the next part. Well, I guess this is the easiest. It's just simple. This is the bottom part of the display case. The difficult part of this one is just trying to align the pattern, just to make sure that the pattern is all good, all aligned here. And when the pattern is just half here, it's all aligned also. So maybe that's the difficult part, but basically it's just the pattern on top of the flat part of the display case. And the most difficult one, it took me a lot of hours just to finish these two, but these are the steps for the display case. So they go like that. And the difficult part for this one is the pattern. I have to make sure that they're aligned and to make sure that the edges, like here, are clean enough and folded neatly. But yeah, as you can see, they turned out so great, and I'm so happy and so proud of it. So yeah, let's build this thing. So you just attach it like that. Oh, it's crooked. Attach it like that, and also with this one, you see the notch here, like that part, that small part, you attach that here, and you have the topmost part of the display case, or the staircase, I mean. Okay, so the next step is you attach this other staircase here. Just like the top part, there's a notch for the staircase like that. And here also. So it looks like that. Yeah, it looks so awesome. It just stands like that in the base. Ah, this pattern looks so trippy, which is the goal, to have like a trippy pattern. So yeah, this is the staircase and the base. This is the part that was unfortunately broken off from the display case, but I guess I can glue it back, hopefully. So it goes in perfectly here, and I'll just glue this part right here that was broken. It goes in easily, so that's surprising and a good thing as well. I need to put in this part like so. Oh my god, it's coming together, you guys. Ooh, okay, that goes in. Okay. So the door is already swinging. Oh my god, it looks awesome. See, it looks so good. Ah, it looks so good in there. My god, I am so proud of this project. It has taken a lot of hours, but it was so fun to make. And I told you guys that I was figuring out if I should put in the chandelier. I'll show you guys the chandelier. So this is the doll chandelier that I was talking to you guys about. This looks so gorgeous. Look at that. I mean, does it not look gorgeous? See, it would look good in here, like in the middle of the display case. Like just like that in there. But I guess I need to put in the figures and see if the chandelier covers a lot of the figures. So let's just put in the figures for now. This is the Soar. She is so cute with her yellow dress and bloomers. Like the name, she looks like she's levitating, which makes the figure look so dynamic, which is something I really like in figures. Her stand is painted in gunmetal silver, which also matches her earballs and the cage on her head. White doves are flying inside it and granting her the ability to fly. This figure is saying that we are limitless. We're just bound by our hesitations to let our imagination run wild. So this is the Soar, like right about here. Looks good. This is Duality Black, and she is one of the Duality twins. She is the dark side of the two, but like all villains, she looks stunning. Her headdress is a black swan with really cool pearlescent finish on it. Her right earball is magnetic, which connects her with her twin. And just like people, we all have our dark sides, and it's up to us to recognize it and know how to control it, and sometimes know when other people deserve it. The Duality Black. I guess I'll display it like right in the middle. Like that. This is the Disguise. She looks like such a distinguished gentleman of the high society. This figure has an amazing secret, with the mask coming off and revealing its true identity. When I first saw this figure, I was so fascinated with the design. She is wearing a really cool penguin suit with an adorable bow tie. And to top it all off, a top hat with a star fascinator on it. This figure spoke so loud and so clear. We all put up a mask in our everyday lives. Sometimes we get comfortable enough with another person and willing to be vulnerable and show them who we truly are. but the only person who knows us better than anyone else is ourselves. So this is this, guys. I guess I'll put it right here. This is the pivot. She has a really interesting design. She has clown-like features like her makeup, and she's wearing a ruff like this ruffled neck piece that I usually see in court jesters. She has this big and awesome translucent hair that looks like a rain cloud, which is further emphasized when you put on her magnetic mask. The design of the rest of the figure has rain-like shapes that supports the overall design and message of the figure. This figure reminds me that we all have bad days, and most of the time we force ourselves to brush it under the rug. But sometimes it's better to acknowledge your feelings and just sit there and process it. The really cute pivot. So I guess I'll put her right here. This is Time Lapse. This figure is the shortest among the 12 and looks like the baby of the group. She has an intriguing design with her head looking like a vintage grandfather clock, and her face has the minutes and hours. On the back of her head is a key, the type that winds up old toys. The words "clock is ticking" is also engraved at the back of the figure, which is very ominous for some reason. The key can be turned and you can hear a click. And when you turn around the figure, you can see that the key turns a part of the figure's face, which is so awesome to see. This figure tells us that the pace of time is not constant. Like when we feel bored or sad, that time feels like an eternity. But when we are happy and fulfilled, time can pass by so fast. Life is short and we should make it worth it. So this is Time Lapse. I'll put her right here in front. This is the Philosophy. This is one of the most sought after figures in this collection when the 12 Designs was first released. Her hair and some parts of her makeup have a beautiful pearlescent finish to it. The ear balls on the side along with her serious stare gives a more menacing yet inquisitive look to the figure. It's like staring into your soul. The overall design is sleek and straight to the point. You can immediately know what it is and what it is trying to convey. Just like the pivot, the Philosophy also has a magnetic mask. The details in this mask are so amazing and brings the design of the whole figure to a whole nother level. This is obviously inspired by the belief in many cultures that the owl is a symbol of wisdom. But further than that, to be wise, it's not just about reading books, but you also have to open your eyes to the real world, be observant, and you can learn a lot. Yeah, this is the Philosophy. So I guess I'll put her right on top. This is the Imagination. Her design is so unique from the rest of the collection. She's levitating yet laying down on her side sleeping. Her design is so intriguing and so cute at the same time. Some people think that the eyeballs are creepy, but I honestly love them. It's an example of an imagination running wild. In many cultures, dreams are regarded as a gift from the divine. This figure reminds me of how important it is for us to dream. Whether asleep or awake, dreams are a way for us to hope for better and do better. She's so cute. She goes right in here. This is the Merchant. She's my favorite among the 12 designs. The details in this figure is so amazing. Her body can spin around and it is so fun to play with. Inside the body, you can actually see different phases of the moon. Her hat is magnetic and you can take it off, revealing a full moon inside. It also has designs of heavenly bodies in there that adds to the mystery and intrigue of the figure. The golds, the blacks, and the pop of reds look so good together. I interpreted this figure as a symbol of us adults. We decide to show whatever part of ourselves and sell that for a living. Whether you do a blue-collar job or an office job, we are all merchants. We are all selling ourselves. Where do I put her? Right here, I guess. I'll just finalize everything at the end. This is the Duality White, the yang to the Duality Black's yin. Her facial expression is more on the demure and innocent style. Her left earball is also magnetic that sticks to her twin. They can both be displayed side to side and combined to each other. Just like her twin, she also has a swan for her headdress, but this time it's a white swan. The Duality twin symbolizes both good and bad sides of ourselves. They are polar opposites but are very integral parts of each other. We need to embrace both sides to have a better understanding of ourselves and how we can navigate the world with other people. So this is Duality White. And I'll put her right beside her sister. This is the Constraint. She is the figure shown on the individual boxes and the art box. If you're wondering why, it's because she encapsulates this whole collection perfectly. The elements in her design are simple yet gives an impact. She is a combination of weird and thought-provoking, two of my most favorite combinations when it comes to art. She is a beautiful mermaid that looks like she's knitting herself into captivity. What I have interpreted from this figure is we are all such amazing creatures with free will. But sometimes the greatest obstacle that we have is ourselves. Most of the time we are the ones who are restricting ourselves and constraining all the possibilities. This is adorable Constraint. I guess I'll put her right here at the bottom. This is the Paradox. Her design is the most unique among the 12 and she definitely stood out among the rest of her siblings. She has a spring-like neck that resembles a jack-in-a-box popping out to surprise you. Just like her name, she is full of contradictions. Different colored eyes, her purple and yellow hair, and different colors for the two sides of her headdress. Her colors are vibrant yet also borders on the mysterious side. The details of her headdress is so cool. It looks like the texture of a canvas fabric and has details of stitching and signs of wear and tear. This figure means that there is no one correct way of doing things. You can go whatever way you want to in life. In every twist or turn, there will always be a surprise. Or you just let go, and you might be surprising yourself. Again, she is so unique with her color, with her design, with her spring for her neck. Where do I put her? Guess I'll put her here. This is the Antigravity. When I first saw the design of this figure, I immediately thought of Mugler's jaw-dropping Venus dress. Her design is successful in making it seem like she is so light, she's about to float away anytime soon. The message I got from this figure is, sometimes we tend to forget where we came from, and we forget to put our feet back on the ground. And just like balloons, we can have inflated ego ending up on us just floating away and being so out of touch. This is Antigravity, and I'll put her right at the top. So this is the 12 basic designs of the Skullpanda Image of Reality series. They look so good in the display case. But wait, I have a 13th figure here. What do you guys think this is? I told you guys that I love the secret figure of this collection, so I decided to buy it. So this is the onlooker, the secret of this Image of Reality series, and it looks so good. And if you think this is special, when I bought this, I thought of, well, maybe I'll just go all the way in for this. So I bought the one with the SSR card right here. So as you might not know, with these series, there are like SSR cards for the secret. So with the secret, it comes with R, the regular secret card. With SSR, it's usually just the same figure, but the card is different. Like with this, the texture of the card is different. It looks so good. So I decided just to buy the secret with the SSR card. This figure has so much cool details to it.
It's amazing how they squeezed all of that in a small figure. She looks so out of this world, literally looking like an ancient goddess of the night. She has intricate crow details all around and standing on a cloud with dark star details. And she has that stunning moon detail at the back. The moon has texture and a pearlescent finish on it that serves as a great contrast to the dark body. This figure, just like the name suggests, that we are but a small part of this world. There are greater forces out there that we can't fully comprehend. Sometimes, instead of getting stuck on why something happened, it's better just to let go and let the universe do its job.
So of course, where do I put in the secret? Right on top and right in the middle. They look so great in the display case. I am so happy how this art project turned out, and I hope you guys were also successful in recreating this.
This is the final display. It looks so stunning and so fitting for the Skullpanda Image of Reality series. The red felt paper really brought a sophistication and elevated look to the display. Combined with the gold details from the frames and the amazing chandelier, the black and white floor detail is such a contrast but also provides that weird twist which I also get from the figures themselves. Overall, I am so proud of how this turned out.
So that's it for this week's video. I hope you guys enjoyed this type of video. I enjoyed so much doing this video, like doing art projects and showing you guys how to do it. I really hope you can recreate this DIY project on your display case. Please comment down below if you recreated it. And again, please don't forget to click the subscribe button and click the notification bell button so that you would be notified for future videos. Alright, that's it. Bye!